Good evening, you guys. When I saw this headline, there were two reasons that I was alarmed. Not because Russia is showing force. Let me read the headline. It says Putin sends warship armed with hypersonic missiles to Atlantic and Indian Ocean. Also, other reports says that this this warship may also go through the Mediterranean. So when I saw the Indian Ocean, it reminded me of this dream that I had 2 years ago. Also, Sherry mentioned something about India. I don't know if she was going to make a separate video of it. She mentioned it in one of her last two videos or three videos. Anyway, so I'm curious to know what that is about. But when I seen that Russia was sending its the ship that has the ability to carry armed with these hypersonic missiles that were tested apparently a couple times last year, I believe. And they travel 5, 6, 7 times the sound of speed. He's sending it to the Atlantic, the Indian, and I saw another report that says that it could go through the Mediterranean Sea also. Again, it reminded me of this dream that I had 2 years ago. It was a dream where a guy was saying, hey, Israel is known for its child. It's really a hotspot or an epicenter, and it's known for its child trafficking. And there was a girl that says, nah, I don't really believe that, and I butted in defense of the guy. I said, no, he's telling the truth. Israel is a hotspot or epicenter. Just trust me. My ex-husband is from Jordan, as if he would know, or whatever. And that was the end of the dream. And I just was like, what? So in the next couple of days, there was news of Israel retaliating against Hamas for some missile strikes, and it had to do something with South Jordan. Also, Serbia, Russia, recorded its hottest temperature. And here it is. Newly confirmed Arctic temperature record 100 degree in Siberia. It's alarming because it was, it's considered to be an Arctic, country. And for it to hit 100, it set a record. Also, in those days after that dream, couple days, Charleston, South Carolina was named a hotspot for CV. Considered a hotspot. Okay. Also, Sister Kim Fisher, I put this in the video because she sent me this, almost immediately or within a day, that there was an earthquake in the Indian Ocean, and the balloon on the left was similar to the red spot that I drew on the right. Also in the dream, not only was Israel was a hotspot, but I knew that I had a knowing that Israel was the center of all the nations, physically, like all geographically, I should say. And this dream just really took me out till I started seeing all these things. So Siberia, excuse me, Charleston, South Carolina, right on the Atlantic, okay, and Hamas in Israel with missiles being fired back and forth, okay. So I see this today, and the U.S. to condemn Israel at UN Security Council meeting on the Temple Mount. Because of that, I believe he's a security minister that went on the Temple Mount that went against the status quo, 2 days ago or yesterday. And Hamas, again, is threatening violence because of it. So they're holding a UN security meeting on the on that incident. Okay. What else? I know I put this in the video because Israel, what I was getting was Israel is the center of geographically of all the nations, despite how I saw that red spot in the Indian Ocean. I put this in here, and behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all people around it when they shall be in the siege both against Judah and Jerusalem. Okay? I don't know, but all these players mentioned back then, there is something that happened with South Carolina today about the heartbeat bill. That's a whole nother video, because I feel like I had the Lord give me some information about what may happen when it comes to abortion here in South Carolina. But South Carolina, the United States, Biden, I believe, is doing the same thing that I think, what's his name? Obama did also a couple years ago. Or how many years ago? 5 years ago. Anyway, U.S., Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, the Mediterranean, Hamas, this government, Russia. Russia is sending those missiles at that cruise ship, that warship with those missiles on it, I guess as a sign, a show of force. Some say after, a lot of loss of lives in the Ukrainian war during I think it was New Year's Eve or New Year's or Christmas time, whenever they had a great loss of lives, troops. Okay, something about this, you guys. It's all these same players being mentioned again, all in one day. Something's up. Okay, let's just keep our eye on this. They're a little bit too close, sending that warship a little bit too close to comfort, but they're doing it also as a message to the U.S. for being involved, as Russia did say, being involved in the Ukrainian war. And the Ukraine is basically equipped with everything that we sent them. Russia doesn't bluff, you guys. I just keep my eyes on this, all right? Love you and talk with you later.